Hey guys, I'm seeing the energy going down. Can I have a shout out? How's the Joes? How's the Joes? Yeah, I'd like to come back a few years and I'll say, how's the dot? And then you'll say hi. All right, so I'm Nikhil. I'm the Typescript architect at Zeitgeist. I maintain the data warehouse for Zeitgeist, basically. So I'll run it quick. So I wouldn't be dwelling more into how prediction market work, but more about how we are using it as a forecasting technology. Yeah, let's go. So what is basically forecasting? Brief overview. So yesterday IPL started. Now that is also part of the forecasting technology, whether that team will win or not. Now, forecasting can be in any domain. It can be related to politics, it can be related to business, it can be anything. So businesses, speaking of businesses, layoffs just recently happened. That was the result of forecasting. They were thinking no recession will be happening, and they thought, yeah, we should lay off right now and check our valuation before things get worse. So forecasting is needed. Now Zeitgeist is vouching on, Zeitgeist is watching on the prediction market, which could be a great tool as a forecasting technology. And we firmly believe that the world, is actually saturated with false information. The media is manipulated, and we don't really know whether whatever is coming for us is really truth or not. And therefore, we firmly believe that truth is the ally of progress. I am a firm believer of that. The world, requires the truth information, and that could be the gateway towards how we could build further, how the community thinks about the future, when a certain thing is supposed to be happening, everything lies on the truth. Now, what are prediction markets? The prediction market is an open, free market where you trade on the outcomes using financial incentives. Now, many things. So, financial incentives in a way where, let's say an example, whether there are certain ways of getting a metric, getting company can prosper. Now they want to know whether this is a favorable way or this is not a favorable way. They could be like plan A and plan B. Now they run a market on Zeitgeist, get the information from the community, and accordingly, let's say the market resolves, and there's 80% probability that a certain plan would work. Then they go through that process. They ensure that they run the market, they run the particular plan for about 60 days. And if the plan is successful, then we reward the users based on the token if they bought it, how they bought it. So that's where I'm moving on, where future decisions can be taken via prediction markets. All right, so how it works. So you create your own market. It could be any market. You define the parameters. It could be market end time, close time. You define the description and certain parameters. For creating the market, it has to be well-informed. And then people trade on what they think could be the likely outcome. So people would generally be coming with some information before they predict the market. They don't really come and start buying token. They are putting their money. So we are ensuring that the person who is coming has some information regarding the market. They take a position and accordingly wait for the market to end. The market ends and the outcome is reported by the oracle. And the designated oracle reports the market. And accordingly, the tokens are available to be redeemed by the users, basically on how they whether they bought the resolved token or whether they bought the unresolved token. So resolved token basically resolves to 1, and the other tokens resolves to 0. And it works simply in a way of probability. So let's say if a market price of a particular token is 0.5, it means that 50% of that it is a probability that that outcome is supposed to be happening. And so some of the tokens should be always 1. Now, there are 2 types of outcomes which we are currently working on. One is categorical market, another one is scalar market. Now, categorical market, as an example, like whether particular A, B, or C will be happening, it could be more than 2, 4, 5, 8 outcomes. Scalar market is like when you have a range of values. What would be, the example would be, what would be the trading volume of such and such project after 7 days. Now, that could be in a particular range. You can predict on that. And based on how closer you are, you will be rewarded accordingly. So that's the type of scalar market. I have taken a screenshot of what are the particular markets currently running on our system. Now, if you see, there are different categories which are being touched. Like we have something on sports, we have something on space, crypto, and of course, not Sama. So you can run particularly any market on Zeitgeist. It could be any vertical, for whatever you want to know, derive information from. Now, you don't really have to participate in the market. You can create your own particular market, or businesses can utilize Zeitgeist to create any business-driven market. So what's coming up? We are moving towards autarky. Unlike other prediction markets that we have all around, we want to we want to ensure that the market doesn't end up and people get rewarded and they move on. We want to ensure that governance are being built on prediction markets. And we are a firm believer of the Robin Hanson thesis. If you haven't seen it, you could surely see it. Zeitgeist is based on the thesis that when you vote on values and bet on beliefs. So whenever you buy a token, you don't buy it for, for example, you want it to happen. You buy it what you think is likely to happen. It's different than opinion poll or one man, one vote democracy. So you are putting money into it. You have to ensure that your money is being paid well, like you being rewarded. With the current democracy that we have, people, let's say for any proposal which is put out in the ecosystem, we assume that the people will be coming with some useful information before they are voting ayes or whether they are voting nay. We are assuming that that would be possibility, but they could be polarized as well. I mean, so that is why we are ensuring that we can bring the prediction market form of governance in the way of how our next chain upgrade would happen. So that could be another possibility of how we want to upgrade the chain. Let's say if you want to upgrade the chain from spec version 26 to 27, and you want to know from the community whether this particular spec version would run through without any failures. And let the community decide accordingly. And if it goes through without failure, then they are rewarded. So they might be evaluating how there could be a possibility that this could be a faulty thing or this could not be a faulty thing. And yeah, that could be a great form of governance. All right. So how can you participate? As a user, you can go to app.zeitgeist.pm, where all the markets are there. You could provide your information, whatever you have, and predict. As a developer, you could utilize the Zeitgeist SDK. The URL is here. Or even if you don't want to know, even if you don't want to go inside the prediction market, you can just hover around the Zeitgeist we have a tool mapped with Typescript where we have a endpoint for gaining insights of how markets are performing. So you could utilize that as well. All right. Thank you.